Hello, Super Bright. My name is Brindy McLean. I'm from the BYU-Idaho Online Writing Center, and I'm going to kind of go through and talk about some of the comments I made on your paper. So I went through most of what I saw. I don't know if I caught everything because I think the biggest thing that your paper needs help or focus on is your outline of your persuasive essay. So with a persuasive essay, you have to have a few things. I'm going to kind of show you. So you have your introduction, and then you have your thesis, and then after that, you have your body paragraphs. And in your body paragraphs, we're going to have point number 1, we're going to have point number 2, point number 3, a counter argument, a refutation of it, and then a conclusion. So this is what an outline of a persuasive essay should look like. So you have your introduction. It's really great. You have starting statement, and then I feel like you have a thesis. So your thesis would be at the very end of your introduction, and it would be a simple statement of what you believe is true about the argument, what you believe about the argument. So let's see. You believe that parents should not have totalitarian parenting style, which is what I'm getting. You are against it. So if you are against it, you need to make that more clear in your thesis that you're against it. Totalitarian parenting style creates fears in the mind of the children, which inhibits children from building healthy relationships and other complications, such as decline in their intellectual performance, self-reliance, psychological distress, and delinquency. So basically, your thesis, this is your statement of what you believe, and then you're going to talk about in your body paragraphs these things to support why this is not a good form of parenting style. However, I wasn't very clear about the points we made. So here there's 4 points: intellectual performance, self-reliance, psychological distress, and delinquency. Each point needs to be focused on. You tell a story about a boy, however, you don't bring in any other evidence for why this parenting style is not good. Like, the story is a really great way to show, like, oh, these parents are really bad in parenting their child, so he lashed out and it led to all these bad things for him. That's a great story to keep in your paper. However, I would shorten the story and I would focus more on your points. So how does a totalitarian parenting style decreases intellectual performance? That would be point number 1. Point number 2 would be, how does totalitarian parenting style decrease self-reliance? How does it decrease psychological distress? How does it increase delinquency? So you'd have 4 points here, not just 3, and you talk about each of them separately, and then you're going to have a counter argument when someone says, well, no, I believe that totalitarian parenting is good. You're going to have someone who says that, and then you're going to say, no, it's not good, and here's why. And so you're going to talk about why they're wrong. That's what this means, the refutation of our counter-argument. And then you're going to have your conclusion, where you talk about your 3 main points briefly, you sum them up again, and then you talk about your thesis, you restate it, and you wrap up your argument. So this is what your persuasive essay should look like. Right now, you're struggling with your thesis, and you're struggling with keeping your body paragraphs clear and to the point. So make sure that the story isn't taking over your whole essay. Make sure it only takes up the parts that it needs to. It should be evidence for these points. It should not take over your points, if that makes sense. So I feel like this is the biggest thing to work on, is your overall organization of your persuasive essay. The rest of these are just grammatical and sentence structure errors. If you kind of go through, it will explain a little bit more about why I made those comments. So, in Africa, research indicates, so this should be plural, indicates, not indicate. And this should be plural, inhibits, and this should be intellectual, not intellectually. And then this kind of explains what is going on here. The style of undemocratic parenting stems should be plural. So learn more about subject-verb agreement, which was a big issue in your paper. You kind of go through this website, and it will explain a little bit more about how to fix that issue. This is a different verb tense. So this is something also I really noticed you struggled in your paper with, is that you have different verb tenses. So verb tenses are like past, present, future. So let me show you something. So believed. Believed is a verb. It's past tense. I believed. So you have different verb tenses throughout your paper. I'll show you. So right here, you have played right here. He was upset and could not speak or played with any of us for that whole time. Could not speak or played with any of us for that whole term. So actually, that verb tense is fine. I'm going to resolve that. However, if past verb tense is needed here, everyone believed he was the most likely to succeed. It's past tense because this happened in the past. So make sure you're watching your verb tenses and make sure they're matching what's happening in the story. But the total outlook did not match my recollection. I walked past, it should be past like this. Disbelieve, it should be disbelief. I turned past, you turned in the past, you didn't turn right now. And then, let's see, probably called, so past tense called, they did it in the past. And then sometimes I just kind of made a comment, like here, it should be as a child, not as child. I was wondering if you're talking about one parent or two parents. So is it one parent or two parents we're talking about here? Place their son in, verb tense issue. This should be months. It should be on the college campus. So I basically sometimes just put in what would be more correct. But I kind of try to explain the reason why I did it up here more. So if you watch the videos I've linked with these comments, it will help you understand why I made the changes I did and why I suggest the changes that I do to make your paper sound more coherent. If you have any other questions, just email us, but I wish you luck with your paper. Super Bright, thank you for submitting it, and I hope you have a good night.